Hi, Perpetual Mommy here today to do a December 2017, January 2018 favorites video for all of you. And I apologize, it's been a hot minute since I've done a favorites video, but a lot of you have been writing to me and requesting that I do another one. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on in, you guys, and talk about some of the things that we've been loving. Now, the first thing that you're seeing right here is a product made by Zazu. But you guys, this is the Zoe music box. She is a little penguin, and she is a sound machine slash music box. It's just like a white noise night light music box, and she's fantastic. So there are a lot of these kind of sound machines out on the market that you can buy, that you can take out and about, to have kind of white noise or some sound for your children, but I didn't want just anyone that was on the market, and Zoe is special for a couple reasons. Now, the first thing, you guys, that's great about her is that she lights up. So she creates a little bit of ambient light. So I'm going to see if I can get it so that you guys can see. So she has two settings on her head where she lights up, which is really nice, so that if you're out and about, you can have some ambient light, like out in your stroller or in the car. The other thing is that she has a sound feature, you guys. So if you have a little one where you're using this at night and they start to cry, she has a listening feature that you can use. You can set it to work. If your baby starts to cry, she turns on and will play whatever sound or music you have designated to go through her when your baby does cry. She also has an auto 20-minute set off. I love the auto shut off, so you don't have to worry about her running down her battery. Now, she is rechargeable. She does come with a charge cable, which is great. So you're not always buying batteries for her. And then she has that light for the little night light. So you have that for that ambient light in the car and the stroller. But one of the other things I was really looking for in a product like this, you guys, was the speaker. And the reason why, you guys, another reason that makes Zoe so special, is that you can attach her to a Bluetooth item like your cell phone. So right now she's paired with our cell phone. Now, what that means, you guys, and what's fantastic about that, is that we're not handing our 2 and our 3-year-old an iPad. We're not handing them our cell phones. We're not handing them an electronic device. So not only are they engaged with us, but you hand our kids an iPad, they're playing. They want to touch the screen. They're no longer engaged in what we're doing. They're no longer part of the family dynamic, what's going on. Then our cell phones, we hand them a cell phone that's playing music or whatever. We're now worrying about them dropping the cell phone, even with cases on it, losing it, misplacing it, something like that. But Zoe, you attach her to the cell phone. The girls can hold this. They've dropped her. They've kicked her. You know, don't worry about them holding her. And the speaker sound is great, you guys. So she plays all the normal sounds that you would want. So let's go ahead and go through that. So she has several different settings. Let's make sure she's on the right one. So she has the heartbeat sound. Let's turn her back on. She turned off. The heartbeat sound. Then you have the volume control. And this is your listening function, you guys. If you wanted her to listen for sound and play when baby started to cry, you'd use that feature right here. This is your light setting, and again, she has 2 settings for her headlight. Then this is your music. No, this is the music she comes with, not the Bluetooth music. You've got more music there. And a lot of these that you can buy, you guys, have a really kind of tinny, tingy sound. She doesn't have any of that. Now, this is your nature sounds. Now, this is your white noise. Okay, and one of the reasons I wanted these, you guys, wanted Zoe, and I was looking for something like this for my older children, my 2 and my 3-year-old, is we're out a lot, you guys. We go out to really busy places, a lot of amusement parks, a lot of places where there's a lot of people, and sometimes the girls can get overwhelmed, especially when they start to get tired. It is really nice for them to be able to get in their stroller that has that nice big canopy, get inside there, we turn Zoe on, and they have sound, you guys, like they have at home. So it's a familiar sound. It drowns out the crowd that's going on around them, and they have their own kind of peaceful, serene environment. Find it's fantastic for helping kids not get overwhelmed and have kind of like a little escape when they need it. But the best thing about her that we were talking about, you guys, is her Bluetooth function. The speaker quality is great. And again, she's paired with our cell phone. So let me go ahead and show you. All you do is flip the little switch down here. And our device that we have her paired with just turned off. Hold on a quick. There it goes. So right now you're listening to music that's playing through our cell phone. Okay, you guys, so right now you're listening again to music that's playing through the cell phone. And what's nice about this is that my husband makes playlists for the girls. They have their Disney playlist, they have their nursery rhyme playlist, they kind of have their, current kid-friendly hip-hop playlist that they like to listen to. So we can play any of that through Zoe, and again, we don't have to worry about them holding an electronic device where they're going to lose it, they're going to drop it, they're going to want to play games on it, and they just have her, and she's working great for that. So if you have not heard of Zazu before and you have not heard of Zoe the Penguin music box, check her out. She has been just a fantastic little item that we have. And you guys, you can hang it from your stroller, you can hang it from a handlebar. We are loving Zoe. She's fantastic, and she comes in multiple colors, but loving, loving, loving her. And I'll go ahead and give you a shot of the back of the box so you can just see. Okay, you guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is our popsicle maker. Now, this is a silicone popsicle maker, and right now you're going to see there's still one popsicle in here. And I talked about this when we talked about surviving illness, when the girls were just so sick and we were making popsicles. Now, literally, you guys, my girls can eat 6 popsicles a day. And what's nice about that is I can make them when they're eating a lot of popsicles, like 90% water, 10% apple juice, where they're really just having ice. So I'm making sure they're getting a lot of water in their bodies. They think they're having a treat. But these are fantastic, you guys. So we have the sea creature one, and I'll link, I got this from Amazon. I'll link the information below on where to get it. They had a ton of them, but all you do is you line up. You can see the top one's melting here, but you can see here this one has little dots on it right here. If you can see that, there's little dots. I gotta see if I can find the little dot one, and all you would do is match it up with the little dots right here, and you put it on there, and it makes these great pops. And the thing that's nice about it, you guys, is that they pop right out. Because they're silicone, you just kind of put your fingers on the underside and pop them up as the kids pull, and they come right out. So these are great, you guys. The girls love, love, love their homemade popsicles. It saves us a ton of money, makes sure that the girls get a lot of water in. And I will link that video below where I talk about surviving illness and making sure that the girls get, or the kids get, enough liquid while they're sick. They don't get dehydrated. And I'm actually going to put Zoe back over here because we talked about her already. Love, love, love Zoe before the kids notice she's missing. And you guys know me, I keep the boxes for everything for you guys so you can see. Okay, you guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is our Lakeshore Magnetic Mix and Match Animals. Now, you guys, I bought these a year ago for the girls, and at the time the girls were 1 and 2, and my now 3-year-old, who had just turned 2 at the time, she was frustrated by these animals. So we packed them back up Christmas Day last year, so 2016, or I guess a year, 2016, and we brought these up, and the poor little elephant's missing his leg, so just excuse that. And she would get really frustrated, so we packed them up, and this Christmas I pulled them out. The girls are now 3 and 2, and they are perfect ages for this. So they're fantastic. So they come in 4 pieces, so the heads come off, the legs come off, and then there's a body, and you can mix and match the animals. And my girls think it is hysterical to, like, change the animals around. So every piece of the animal is interchangeable, so they just get a giant kick out of this. Let me just show you. So you can like make whatever kind of creature you want out of these things. So they're just really, really great, and we really enjoy them. So I will put the link below, but these are from Lakeshore Learning Center, and again, I bought these in 2016, held on to them for a year. Oh my gosh, I'm putting the head on upside down. But we're just finding these are just a really fun little thing. My girls are obsessed with animals. Now, where we live, we're really lucky that we have a zoo and a safari park, the Wild Animal Park, right next to us. So we see animals all the time, and they're obsessed with animals. But they just snap together really nice and easy. And again, please excuse our little elephant right here who's missing his legs that I didn't notice. They're downstairs somewhere still. We're going to talk about some books, you guys. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Sesame Street Dictionary. Now, I'm going to put 2 in front of you. This is the original version. Now, we've had this version. My oldest is 23 years old, you guys, and her godfather, my uncle, he's a book editor. And so when she was 1 for her first birthday, he gave her this book. And we're like, oh, okay, it's a dictionary. No, you guys, if you have one book, seriously, if you have one book in your home, this is the book you need to own. It is a story, it is a dictionary, it's lettering, it's everything that you could possibly imagine. Now, these 2 books are exactly the same. This cover has been discontinued. You want to buy a used red cover book, they're now like $150. So this is the remake of the exact same book. The inside is exactly the same. We bought this one for the 2 and the 3-year-old just a few months ago. Now, I'll tell you, this book, the red version, my 23-year-old loved it, was obsessed with it. My 14-year-old, when he was little, obsessed with it. And the 2 and the 3-year-old, same thing, they're obsessed with it. Now, you'll see Elmo on the cover here. He's nowhere in the story because this was done before Elmo was part of Sesame Street. But you guys, every single thing, so that you have words, right, the most common words that you would find per letter. So you have the word, and then you have the definition, and then you have kind of like a little kind of blurb story that goes along with it, and some of them kind of like build onto each other. So we read these through at night or nap time, the girls love it, as a story. And I tell you, my 23-year-old, my 14-year-old, and now the girls, they have huge vocabularies. And a lot of that is because we read to them all the time. But a lot of it, too, is because the girls love the kids love these kinds of things. So, again, if you own one book in your home, check this out. They do sell this one on Amazon. I will put this down there below. But we absolutely adore the Sesame Street Dictionary. Now moving on, let's go ahead and talk about more learning stuff. Now for those of you who watch my videos, you've seen this before. This was part of a Target haul that I did. Well, it was a back to school learning haul that I did for my kids. And again, I have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, and the 3-year-old is very much into now learning. She's really ready to be writing, doing letter work, doing word recognition, doing number counting. She can count to 40 now. And this is one of the best books I have ever seen, you guys. It's absolutely amazing. And I'll link that Target haul below so you can see some of the other stuff that I bought. And I bought a lot of good things for back to school for learning. But this is probably my favorite all-time thing that I've ever found to work with the 3-year-old for like pre-K work. Amazing. And again, this is from Target. And if I can find this on their website, I will put this in the description below. Now, another book thing that I want to talk to you guys about is Cook-a-Doodle-Doo. Now, we've had this book since my 23-year-old was in kindergarten. I got this at a book fair when she was in kindergarten at her school. We're like, oh, it's kind of cute. No, you guys, this book is hysterical. She thought it was hysterical as a little kid. Again, my 14-year-old thought it was hysterical. The 2- and 3-year-old find it hysterical. Like, it's really cute. It's literally about a rooster who decides that he wants to make a strawberry shortcake, and his friends who help him do it, and kind of the mishaps that happen along the way. And it's a really cute learning book. It's about learning about helping. It's about learning about being a good friend. It also has measurements and following directions, kind of all those things. It's a really, really cute book. Again, this one's called Cook-a-Doodle-Doo. All right, now let's move on to some mommy things that I'm loving for the girls. So you guys know I have a 2- and a 3-year-old. They are both potty trained for the most part. So the 3-year-old's been full potty trained for over a year, right? The 2-year-old, we haven't actually potty trained her. She just kind of watched her sister potty train and potty trained herself, except for poop. Now we have to officially start potty training her so she learns to poop in the potty. But, you know, she pees 90% of the time in the potty. And I will tell you guys, if you don't know this about me, I'll be shocked, but I am a germaphobe to the nth degree. I hate bathrooms. Hate bathrooms, especially public bathrooms. And so when the girls were going to potty train, especially when the 3-year-old who's now 2 was potty training, I'm like, I can't have a standard potty in the back of my car. What am I going to do? This is the Potty potty, you guys. It pops up. This lives in the back of our car. I'm not kidding you. Every single time we go out, the girls use this. So it's like the seat, right? Now you can put this on an actual toilet if you wanted to. It has never been on a toilet, because I'm gonna tell you, if I stick this on a public toilet, so you do this and you stick it on the public toilet, if I did this, I'd have to burn it. I would never be able to clean it enough that I would feel like it was clean. But anyways, we use this in the back of the car. It sits just like this. And then you buy these things. They're called Potty, the 2-in-1 Potty Plus potty liners, okay, you guys, and they're really inexpensive. I want to say it's like $5 for this. Now, I'm usually really good about the environment, and I try to use reusable stuff, reusable water bottles, you know, bags, all that kind of thing. I'm sorry, when it comes to poop and pee, I'm about the plastic. I want to put it in, throw it out. So literally, you get your bag, and you put it on, and it has a little kind of absorbing pad in here, and they use it. I'm going to tell you, the 2-year-old and the 3-year-old can both use this. And we've never had one leak, and we've been using this for over a year. Never had one leak, never had a problem. They pee in it, they poop in it. We have the back of the SUV, we literally pop it up, you know, kind of drape a blanket over so nobody can see. They do their business, we throw out the plastic, and we fold up the, you know, wipe this down, fold it up, put it away, and we're good to go, and we haven't touched a public restroom. I love this. The girls, like, seriously, we get out of the grocery store, we get out of Target, they have to go potty, and we just go potty before we head off home or wherever else we're going. Guys, the best invention ever. So again, I'm all about the environment, but poop and pee, I'm all about the disposable. Throw it away, get rid of it, not lugging it around. So if you haven't heard of this before, again, this is the Potty Plus Potty. And again, I'll put this Amazon link. I got this from Amazon. I'll put the link below for you. And then still talking about potty training. So there are times when we're in a store and someone has to go potty. It's just inevitable. You're in a restaurant, you're in a, you know, Target or something, and they have to go potty. So what do you do in those cases? Because, you know, they want to touch the toilet when they're sitting down. They feel like they're going to fall. Now, the toilet seat covers that you get, that, you know, places give you, They don't cover the toilet. Let's be real about that. So these are great, you guys. These are the summer infant keep me clean disposable potty seat covers, and they're huge, you guys. So they literally drape over the toilet seat side. So when the kids put their hands down to kind of brace themselves on the potty, they're not actually touching any part of the public toilet. So I always keep 1 or 2 of these in my purse or diaper bag with me for the girls. And again, bought these on Amazon. I will link that below for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stick that right there. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about some mommy stuff right now. So one of the first things that I wanted to talk to you about is my cup. So this is from Disney. Now you can get this at the Disney store online. This is part of their Disney Collector's Edition, and I am obsessed with it, you guys. So I love coffee cups. I have an entire cupboard devoted just to my coffee cups. Nobody else is allowed to use them. I have coffee cups for everybody else, but I have one cupboard that's just for me, you guys. And for me, cups are about size. They're about look, but also about weight, like how they feel when you pick them up. Like I can see a beautiful mug. If I pick it up, the weight's not right, the handle's not right, I'm not into it. This is my new favorite mug that I got for Christmas. So I absolutely love it. And if I can find this one on the Disney store online, I will link this below as well. And then another thing for me, you guys, is I haven't talked about this a lot lately, but I'm having weird food things. I'm not a vegetarian, but I can't eat meat anymore. It grosses me out. I feel really sick when I eat any kind of processed food or anything. So I'm really at the point where I tell my husband, I don't even want to eat anymore unless it's like a fresh fruit or a vegetable. I feel so sick when I eat. Like I'm literally at the point where I don't want to eat because I hate how I feel when I eat. So one of the things I started eating is these Power Crunch bars. You can get these at Trader Joe's. You can get them on Amazon. A lot of health food places sell them. They are not the healthiest protein bar that you can buy out there, but what I found is that this is one of the ones that it doesn't make me sick to chew on it because it's like a wafer. So you know, like those wafer crackers, cookies that you guys can eat, that's exactly what this is like. So I don't feel like I have to choke it down. It goes down pretty easy. It doesn't gross me out while I'm eating it, and I'm still getting about 13 grams of protein. So let me see if I can get the back side here for you. So when I managed to realize it's like 5 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything and I need to eat something, this is better than nothing, you guys. And again, these protein bars don't make me feel sick, and it's really easy to eat because it's a light wafer versus like a really thick protein bar like most of them are. And again, you can buy these on Amazon, so I'll put that link below for you. And then, so the girls were really sick, so we talked about that. So my girls were really sick, and I created like a how to survive that video, but they were sick for so long, and then I got sick, and we did so much cleaning, and I'm already a germaphobe, so I wash my hands all the time. My hands were a wreck, you guys, like an absolute wreck. And I love this Posh Healer stick. Okay, so this is by Perfectly Posh, and I was using this on my fingers, on my cuticles, but they were still really dry, really bleeding. Now this is one of the best things I've ever found, like as a grab and go. But I needed just something extra, and I've had this one forever, you guys. This is by Dior, by Kristen Dior. It's their apricot nail cream. And you guys can see I've had it a really long time. And I used to use this all the time, and I kind of got away from it just because I was like, okay, well, it's not as natural as I want it to be. But I'm going to tell you guys, this is the only thing that brought my fingers back after all the washing. I use this. I love it. I love the really healthy lotions that I have, but I needed a little bit extra. So if you have dry cuticles, you guys, if your fingers are like dry and bleeding for whatever reason, the weather, washing, sickness, you know, antibiotics, whatever is going on for you, this stuff is amazing. I'll tell you, it's really sticky. When you put it on, it kind of feels like putting peanut butter on your fingers. So you put it on, you're like, ugh, it's really sticky. So you put it on like right as you get into bed. It's going to feel like peanut butter for about a minute, and then it kind of like liquefies and just goes into your fingers. And within 3 days of using this again, you guys, my cuticles were no longer like bloody and sore. It's amazing. So I love this. Then the other thing that I am loving for me, and kind of the last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about, is this is an oldie but a goodie. It's the Clinique Moisture Surge. Now, I've been using this off and on for years, you guys. I kind of used it for years, and then moved on. I started using more like kind of like Perfectly Posh stuff and kind of more like organic kind of things, and just my skin, you guys, is so sensitive. I hate the feel of stuff on my skin. So, you know, everybody knows you need to wear sunscreen, all this stuff. I can't stand it. You take a shower, you wash your face, you put your you know, sunscreen or your moisturizer with sunscreen on it, and it feels disgusting. I hate things on my face. So I also need to put, before I put my sunscreen on, no matter what kind I use, I still need to put something on my face, moisturizer. And so this one, you guys, if you can see in here, it's almost gone, but it's like magic. It's a light cream like gel consistency, and you put it on, you guys, and it disappears. You could put this all over your face and it's gone. You don't feel any kind of residue, anything. And I'm so sensitive to things on my skin, and my skin is so sensitive. This doesn't make me break out. It doesn't give me blackheads. It doesn't give me a rash. I don't itch, and it doesn't feel like there's anything on my face. This stuff is amazing. If I only had to have one ride or die beauty product for the rest of my life, this would be it. Love it to death. Well, that's it for me, you guys. I'd love to hear in the description below what you've been using in the end of 2017 or beginning of 2018 that you love that maybe I should be trying out. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you like what I'm doing, please go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.